This is Jerry with Jerry's Retirement Wisdom. Today we're at Academy Sports and Outdoors. We're going to look at their fishing gear and see what they might have to offer. Why don't you come on inside with me and we'll look around. When we first got to the store and arrived in the fishing department, it was pretty impressive when you first walk up. There's lots of fishing poles and other products. Reels. They had Abu Garcia bait casting reels as well as open face spinning reels available. They were pretty expensive and under lock and key. There were Shimano bait casters. There was Penn brand open face spinning reels and Lew's bait casters, all under lock and key because of their price. Less expensive reels. There were the old standby Zebco 33 reels and even less expensive Zebco 202. H2OX brand reels were available. That's the Academy Sports and Outdoors house brand. You see that on a lot of products in the fishing department. Shimano reels and spin cast reels were available. And Penn brand fishing rods. There were a number of brands of fishing rods available: Proficiency, Ugly Stick, Penn, Shimano, the H2OX brand, Lew's, Daiwa, and Zebco. There were lots of fishing rod and reel combinations in racks above the kiosks. There were even starter sets for the beginner. Some of the less expensive starter sets were Zebco and Penn brand. Fishing rod repair parts. There were fishing rod repair parts available. If you need to make a repair to a rod, the parts were there. Fishing rod racks. They offered a number of fishing rod racks for hanging your fishing rods either on the wall or freestanding racks for in the corner of your garage or wherever. Fish finders. Didn't find many fish finders. There was a hummingbird unit, but you can order a lot of different kinds online and pick up in the store. Fishing line. We saw Yozuri Super Braid, Berkeley Vanish fluorocarbon line. The H2X brand line was available. Berkeley braided line was available for sale. Suffix brand line was available in pretty good quantity. And the Spiderwire Stealth brand were available. Pro Power fishing line was for sale in various colors. Tried and True Trilene was well represented. Stren line was represented at the Academy Sports and Outdoors, and there were Suffix and Cajun brands. H2OX had a complete selection of line on spools for sale, as well as there was Trilene line for sale. Bobbers. There were a number of different varieties of bobbers for sale. I saw the standard red and white round bobbers. There were also different float assortments in various colors. Hooks. Hooks for sale included the H2OX brand, which was in a very nice display explaining the different types of hooks. There was Divine brand hooks. Eagle Claw was well represented with their regular line and their laser sharp line. Gamamoto hooks were for sale there, and as well as the H2X brand. Crappie, pan, and trout lures. There was a good selection of different crappie jigs. There were panfish bobbers as well as crappie grubs. I saw Bobby Garland brand grubs, which are a popular bait with crappie fishermen. There were rooster tail lures and roadrunner lures. Terminal tackle. Besides fishing hooks, there was Eagle brand terminal tackle such as swivels, split rings, clips, and those kinds of items. Sinkers. There was a lot of different sinkers of various different varieties for sale. There was the Eagle Claw brand, as well as some other assortments available for sale. Soft plastics. I wasn't impressed with the amount of soft plastics available. There were plastics from Crush City brand, 6th Sense brand. Zoom had a nice selection. They seem to be the primary supplier, with a number of different types of soft plastics available in a pretty good variety of colors, lengths, and sizes. I did see Big Bite Baits, and Strike King had their line of soft plastics as well, and Yamamoto baits were represented, but like I said, not an extensive offering. Yum brand soft plastics were available, but not a lot of variety and not much quantity. Spoons. There were some spoon baits for sale from Strike King and other brands, but just a few to pick from. Spinner baits. There was a surprising number of spinner baits available. There was the Strike King brand. The Academy House brand H2O offered a nice selection of spinner baits. And Booyah brand had nice spinner baits. The spinner bait collection was pretty good. Chatterbaits. Disappointing number of chatterbaits. There were some Z-Man chatterbaits and also some Evo brand, but not many. Frogs. Booyah brand Pad Chaser was the primary display of frogs, and there was quite a few Booyah frogs available. Also a Top Toad brand, some Spro brand frogs were also available for sale, and the Ribbit brand soft frogs were there. Crankbaits. There was a number of crankbaits available. The H2OX brand was the primary supplier, as well as Strike King hard baits, and there were quite a few to pick from. That area seemed pretty well stocked, not picked over as badly as some other areas. Hedon brand offered some hard baits, and the H2OX brand was represented as well. I guess because the store I was at is near the Atlantic coast, there was a line of saltwater baits, everything from grubs and soft plastics to hard baits, things like jigs and spinners and whatnot. I'm not a saltwater fisherman, so I can't really attest to the quality. I did see Mustad and Yamamoto brand hooks, as well as other brands that I'm not entirely familiar with, such as Sabiki. Tackle boxes. Academy Sports did have a pretty nice selection of tackle boxes, and really it seemed like they excelled more in the hard goods instead of the actual fishing lures. So there was some nice representation of tackle boxes available from the house brand, as well as some of the other more popular brands. Zebco was represented, and they had several hard plastic tackle boxes that would remind you of the Plano brand, and backpack tackle boxes were available. Beach carts. They offered 3 different types of folding wagons or beach carts. I suppose that goes along with the saltwater fishing offering, all geared towards, I guess, the local customer near the coast. Nets. There was a pretty substantial selection of nets available, as well as casting nets. Live bait. The store did offer a cabinet full of live bait such as mealworms, night crawlers, and that sort of thing. So if you're in need of live bait, you could go to Academy Sports. Bait Pails. They had Fraybill as well as other brands of bait pails available, and I saw the old-fashioned bait pails as well as some of the more modern pails that have aerator systems and insulation. Fishing accessories. They had all the standard fishing accessories such as hook pullers, pliers, scales, gloves, those sorts of things. They had a nice selection of fillet knives, electric and standard. I saw a fillet table. That'd be nice to carry around. It was a portable unit. And there was a workstation with faucet that you could set up, say, on your dock. Kayaks. Academy Sports had a pretty good selection of kayaks available for sale. They seemed to really push those, and there were a lot of them to pick from, as well as all the accessories you might need. Boating accessories. Speaking of accessories, Academy Sports had a very extensive boating accessory collection. Dry bags, car top carriers, pedestals. They had hitch extenders. A lot of these things seemed geared towards kayakers. There were gasoline cans available, as well as they offered marine oil, grease, that sort of thing. They had trailer accessories such as trailer jacks. They had cleaning supplies. They had electrical supplies such as a 2-bank battery switch. They had JB Weld and other epoxies for repairs. They had pole storage clips. I actually picked one up myself. And they had LED lights for wiring on your boat, and letters for applying your license number. They had fishing pole holders for your boat, as well as I saw a live well pump. Lots of accessories for boats. Cleats were plentiful, as were cup holders and those kind of accessories. Drain plug kits for your boat, LED lights for your boat trailer, and plenty of them. They even carried trailer balls if needed, and rollers for your trailer. They had replacement trailer winches, as well as electrical switches for trimming your motor. There was an interstate battery area where they offered a number of interstate batteries, as well as battery cases and trays for your boat. There were even tires for your trailer available at Academy Sports. There were boat covers, John boat covers, as well as other configurations, and they had a pretty nice selection of replacement boat seats, high back as well as others, and lots of different colors. Along with the accessories, there were carabiner clips and rope and dock bumpers. Anchors were available for purchase. Trolling motors. There weren't many trolling motors offered. There were just a couple different types of Minn Kota trolling motors. Safety equipment. There was some safety equipment such as signaling flares, flags, and those kind of things. There was even a chart that gave you the most effective and recognized way to use distress signals, as well as life jackets, personal flotation devices. They even sold caps to keep that sun off your head. Waders and clothing. Along with everything else, they offered waders, and clothing to wear on your boat. I'm not so sure how much wading I would do here in Florida with the gator population, but they had that equipment available for purchase. This has been Jerry with Jerry's Retirement Wisdom. We've been in Academy Sports and looked around and found lots of good buys and things to look at. If you like my videos, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. If you'd like to see some more of my videos, just click right there. We'll see you next time.